Welcome back to another episode of Apple Rewind. Today we have a short video for you really kind of covering how iOS 26.0.1 has worked over the course of the week, and I am happy to say that it has actually been pretty good. I have read a ton of issues still remain from other people and some comments in our other videos. But if you haven't downloaded it yet, this is one of the first major bug fix releases for iOS 26, and it resolved Wi-Fi and Bluetooth issues for iPhone 17 models, issues where a small number of iPhone users were unable to connect to a cellular network, which was a big deal. Photos taken under certain lighting conditions for the iPhone 17 series had issues where it included unexpected artifacts. App icons may appear black or blank after adding a custom tint. VoiceOver may become disabled for some users. Those are all the main fixes, and one of the biggest callouts here, as you can tell, is a lot of this is centered around iOS 26 fixes for iPhone 17 series. A lot of the other iPhones, later generations, 16, 15, 14s, and their variants, are not really impacted by a lot of these issues. And that leads me to think that some of these bug fixes that are present here weren't uniform for other older generation iPhones. Now, we did also discuss Geekbench scores on this latest update on the iPhone Air, which is what we're running right now. And if we look at the history here, you can see it's actually not too terrible. So we have a single core score of 3620 and a multi-core score of 9112. Really good running on iOS 26.0.1, but we still are going to need to see a ton of bug fixes along the way. One thing I have noticed, being that this is a stable build and being that this is still a titanium phone, unlike the rest of the 17 series, it has been getting substantially warmer than our 17 Pro Max and even our iPhone 16 Pro Max. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm not really sure why, if it's just a glitch with what's going on with the OS, but yeah, it's definitely not where it needs to be. If you missed our other video too, talking about iPhone storage here, I am happy to say that it has been resolved on the iPhone Air and iPhone 17. So if you follow the channel, you know system data has been taking up 30 plus gigs on our phone, and a lot of you guys that commented down below had similar issues with large system data. I'm happy to say since we got this update, we are only looking at 17.32 gigs for system data, and iOS is running at 20.24 with almost 6.6 gigs for Apple Intelligence. It's not too terrible, definitely better than what we've seen historically on iOS 18 and all of that. Now, let's talk about what we can expect in this coming week. And first thing that's going to be is a final release of another beta for iOS 26.1 Beta 2. We should receive that as soon as Monday. And what's going to be awesome here is we hopefully will see some new features in this build. For a 0.1 release or a big dot update, iOS 26.1 Beta 1 did not include very much there. So Monday, possibly Tuesday the 7th, we can definitely expect another beta coming. That puts us at our 2-week cycle. Now, aside from that, we should be receiving by the end of the week or early next week, hopefully some invites for the Apple October event that they've done historically over the last few years for iPads, Macs, and all that. And if you missed the news this week, the M5 Max or iPad Airs and iPad Pros have leaked. There's videos in Russia all over the internet right now. So I don't know how it keeps happening, but sure enough, unofficially, they have been unboxed and looked at, and Geekbench scores have been ran on it. So you can see the improvements there if you want it. Aside from that, this past week has been kind of quiet. We haven't got any other new accessories, any other new releases. So just keep in mind, this week coming should be a little better. Aside from that, there's not too much else I wanted to go over. 26.0.1 has been solid. iOS 26.1 Beta 1 has actually been pretty good as well, and watchOS 26.1 has also. Now, I will call out one thing with watchOS 26.1. Battery life on our new Ultra 3 is definitely not as strong as it was on 26 itself. So again, betas are never going to have as good battery life as you have with the stable builds, but it is noticeable on my Apple Watch and even on my 17 Pro Max. Even though 17 Pro Max has been a workhorse, still it wasn't exactly where it was prior. So just something to let you guys know. And that's that. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.